Okay, so let's talk about Piedmont, South Carolina. Now, maybe you thought, have I heard of that? Or did I think that was Powdersville? Or is that close to Greenville? Or where is that on the other side? Is that near the upstate? So Piedmont is kind of a pass through, but you want to pass through, and let me tell you why. Piedmont itself is positioned about 10 to 15 minutes from downtown Greenville, where all the hub and hype are. That's where you're going to see all the cool things like the Peace Center and downtown at Falls Park and all the really cool stuff that everyone talks about that is the scene in Greenville, South Carolina. You're also about 5 to 10 minutes away from Pelzer, which is tinier than Piedmont, but it's still fun to go to like the Liberty Tap Room, grab yourself a beer there. I don't drink beer, but the beer drinkers say it's really good. Also, you can go places like the Happy Cow Creamery, which is obviously where they sell like local dairy. And why would you not go to some place called a Happy Cow? It's so cute. You're about 20 minutes from Anderson, which is another destination, another town, another suburb where you would do your shopping. Lots of things happening there. But the best thing about Piedmont is if you are looking for nicer homes, a little more rural, a little more space between your neighbors, this is where you need to be if you're trying to be in a more affordable tax code. Now, part of Piedmont is in Anderson County. That's when you're going to see slightly lower rates. And then part of Piedmont is in Greenville County. On average, in Piedmont proper, you're looking at an average home sale price of $348,000. Sorry, my brain. If I look up, my brain works better. But to compare to Greenville proper, and obviously this is a full average of Greenville County, it's $444,000. So notably cheaper in Piedmont. So we have great subdivisions like the Enclave at River Reserve and River's Edge, and you're going to find homes that are $700,000 to $800,000. They're really nice real estate. You're going to see sometimes half acre to an acre or more. Obviously, in these communities, you're a little more spread out. It's a little bit more diverse with the different types of construction. They're really nice homes. But the other thing is just in general in Piedmont, you're going to see things that are a little more spread apart. Even the newly built homes that might be closer to each other, they're still going to have a little bit more backyard or a little bit more side yard than some of these other suburbs where the homes are just really getting close to each other because real estate's getting expensive. So it's really awesome because you have great real estate. You're close to a lot of different areas, but in particular, you're within 10 to 15 minutes of downtown Greenville. Your taxes are more affordable. We definitely have shopping here where you can go to Ingles or just do for Walmart, but also you're like 15 minutes from Costco in Greenville, 15 minutes from a Target. So your Trader Joe's, all those things that are in Greenville, you're still very close to them, but in your actual town where you live, it's a little slower pace. There's less traffic. You have a little more space around you and your neighbors. And it's just nice to go home and see things a little quieter, a little smoother, some of that just southern charm that's just a little dreamier in the evenings and on the weekends. So if you're looking for a special suburb and you're thinking, hey, I want it to be more affordable, but I really want to be close to Greenville, Piedmont, South Carolina is one you should definitely investigate a little bit more. And whether you're looking for a $200,000 home or a $1 million home, they're all here and they've got a little more land in the backyard. Okay, so let's get our bearings straight. Let's take a look at Piedmont from a map perspective. All right, so right here we have some hot spots, but first let's take us on a little 3D tour because honestly, it's just fun to do. So we have Anderson down here in the south, and I want you just to kind of circle all around Piedmont. Piedmont, you see, is right here in the middle, and we're just taking a quick tour around. You see that we are not far from the airport. You're going to see some communities in here. You see some other suburbs like Simpsonville, Greenville, Travelers Rest, Easley, Anderson. So we're just going to continue circling around and land here. All right, now, as we are taking a look at this map, I want you to kind of see overall where we are. So we have Anderson here, and really Anderson is going to be southbound, okay? So let me just turn this puppy just a little bit here, and we're gonna land ourselves here in Piedmont. Okay, so this is the town that we are discussing today, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now, I mentioned Anderson. We're not far away. If you're curious, you click on the map. It'll tell you it's about 30 minutes depending upon where you're coming from. I would say that Anderson, the most northern exit in Anderson is exit 27. So really from Piedmont, you can get there in 20 minutes, okay? But if you're a little further away in Anderson or you're going to the other side of Piedmont, it might be as far as 30 minutes away. Now, we also have here other areas that you might care about, downtown Greenville. And what's great about Piedmont, similar thing here, depending upon where you are in Piedmont, getting to downtown Greenville is 15 to 20 minutes. Now, why is this so important? And why do I mention Anderson and Greenville? So Piedmont is partially in Anderson County. So you have the affordability we talked about from Anderson, but it's straddling these two cities. So you're super close to downtown Greenville. So you have the ability to have more affordability, but then you can get super close close to Greenville and all of its fun. There's a lot to do in Easley, so you can also get there within 25 minutes, really a little bit less, again, depending upon where you're coming from or where you're going. And then Malden, we talked about it in another video, is a pass-through city, but there's a lot happening there in Simpsonville, and in between these two areas, we have the fun Bridgeway Station, but it's also 22 minutes away, so lots happening in this area. Now, I also point out GSP, the Greenville Spartanburg International Airport, because if you are traveling for work or you do like to travel at all, you'll be happy to see that you are not far away. In fact, right from the heart of Piedmont, you can see that you can get here within a very short period of time. See, quick shot right up 85. All right, now moving right along, you're like, where do I shop? Now, there are multiple places. Maybe it's a Walmart Supercenter. Also, a lot of people like to do their grocery shopping at Aldi. Now, this main drag right here, this is 85, of course, so you're very familiar with this. But also, what I want to show you as we are zooming in here, hold please, and I'm going to go in a little bit closer. We have some fun things for you to do. We've talked a little bit before about Discovery Island. There's some fun stuff happening here. But also, 153 is going to be your main drag, okay? So you're going to see a lot of shopping that happens here. This is actually 153 where you see Aldi. So whether it is a Walmart Supercenter, whether it is going to the eye doctor, whether it is gas stations, all sorts of things are located on 153. You have sports stores, you have all sorts of things. But what I wanted you to see, in addition to all the commercial and the businesses that you have here, you're also going to see that you have a lot of residential communities nearby. So 153, like you can see, it's a highway here. Obviously, we have some fast food. I feel funny going into oncoming traffic. I feel like I should have placed my guy over there. But it even says wrong way. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I need to get over on the other side of the street. But what you'll also see as we come out of this view here is a lot of residential housing not too far away. I'm wanting you to know what I'm going to show you before I show it to you, which is why I'm taking so long. That's not the real reason. The mouse is in the way. But you'll see here's 153. You'll have residential communities that are tucked back here. Also, not too far away, residential communities back in here, a little further back as well. So you're not far from all of your shopping. You're going to have home, and then you're going to have highway. And a lot of properties over here as well. The high school is right here, Powdersville High School. If you're curious, what are they like student population wise? How are they ranked? And you can't see because my face is in the way right here. But niche.com gives them an overall A rating. There are about 999 students currently. This is done in 2024. And they are ranked number 22 out of 236 best public high schools in South Carolina. So very positive on the school front, if that is important to you. Dolly Cooper Park, we've talked about that in another video. Concrete Primaries Elementary School. So there's a lot of things that you might find to be good attractions for you in this area. And one other thing I wanted to talk about, as I mentioned, housing. This is kind of an odd thing, and there's going to be more on this in a second, but we have a few gated communities. Now, what I want you to see is a lot of the residences, what's awesome is they're close to 85. So I mentioned that Piedmont's an area that people like because you have 153, you have shopping, but you have close proximity to Anderson, Piedmont, Powdersville, Easley, other areas that are nearby, so you can do shopping and there's things to do there. But also it's super close to Greenville. So you'll find a lot of people live in this area because there's not as much traffic. It's more affordable houses. The houses are spread apart a little bit more, but also they can get to 85 quickly. So you'll see even these two communities that I talk about, they are going to be close to 85. So we're going to take a second now to talk about the Raven Hills community and then the Enclave at River Reserve. There's several other communities here, but we're going to take now a hop out of the computer and go on site and take a look and get some information on those communities. Okay, so fun fact about the upstate of South Carolina, we don't have a ton of gated communities. However, in Piedmont, ironically, we do have a lot of gated communities. In fact, this is the Raven Hills community. You'll see there's a gate right behind me. Homes in here are going to be around 300,000. Now, what's unique is there is a townhome section within this community. So if you want a little more maintenance-free living, that's an option. But also, these single-family detached homes are also maintenance-free. In fact, for only $100 a month, they're going to come through. They're going to take care of your lawn care, your beds here. For only $100 a month, you're going to get your lawn taken care of. Again, very affordable at $300,000. Very nice to be in a gated community. You're very close to 85, close to all the amenities, and it's just 8 to 10 minutes away from Greenville. So the hotspot and the hub are just within striking distance.
This is the gated River Reserve community in Piedmont, South Carolina, and it is known for beautiful custom homes, high quality construction, very supreme finishes. It's also in a community that, yes, is gated like I mentioned, but there's also a gorgeous clubhouse, amazing pool, and walking trails that are along the Saluda River. P.S. by the way, there is a storage barn for your kayak, so when you're not kayaking down the Saluda River, you can store your kayak there easily. So within this community, you're going to find homes that range anywhere from a little over $1 million to around $2 million. There's currently one on the market just under $2 million, great outdoor space. The prices tend to go up a little with the size. Homes are going to be anywhere from 4,000 or high 3,000s up to really 6,000, 7,000 square feet. So pretty large homes in this community, also larger lot sizes like I mentioned. There's currently one under contract for $1.3 million. We've seen the bulk of the sales be in the $1.2 to $1.3 million price point. What's great about this community is also that you're about 10 minutes from all of the excitement that's in Greenville, but also you're just a few minutes from 85. So it's a really quick jump onto 385 or 85 so you can get to wherever you need to be in the upstate of South Carolina in a very short period of time. So let's take a drive through this subdivision and see what types of homes are available. Okay, so while Piedmont is very close to Greenville, you might be going there for a lot of your grocery shopping day to day. If you're wondering, where am I going to pick up things quickly? We have a Walmart located here right off 153. Now, 153 is the main drag, so that's where you find all of your major stuff. We have an urgent care facility right near here. There's an Ingles, there's an Aldi, all types of restaurants, of course, gas station, nail salons, all the things you're looking for. So you'll be able to do everything right here off 153. It's developing. It is a huge part of Piedmont right now, but also it is your main drag that's going to get you to the interstate and get you to Greenville. So there's tons to grab right here locally. You're in a great residential area. You're not dealing with a ton of traffic. 153 is a little heavier, but not too much. And then you're really close to Greenville. So whether you are looking to move to the upstate, Piedmont, Powdersville, Greenville, Anderson, any of the suburbs, the lakes, and whether it's 9 days or 90 days from now, my team and I would love to help you. So take a look in the description for all the ways to connect. Of course, you can call us, you can text. Our favorite way is to connect on Zoom, but we would love to connect with you in any way possible. So if you don't want to miss out on more information on Piedmont, Powdersville, the surrounding areas, Greenville, and all the lakes, make sure you tap the bell to subscribe, and let's connect soon.